Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily HUD, where we give you the latest in esports news. I'm Dom, and in our coverage today, we're going to be covering the anticipation for Stage 2 of the Overwatch League, Call of Duty World League results, Rainbow Six Pro League results, PUBG European League, and finally some news about Riot Games and one of their international competitions. Now starting off our day, the Overwatch League is finally back after their Stage 1 break. With anticipation of the new competitive patch and Baptiste finally available in competitive play, teams are looking forward to see if they can shift the competitive meta away from the standard GOAT composition that's been seen in the league for such a long time. Now that Stage 2 begins, teams are hopefully looking to start fresh and have a better run to the Stage 2 playoffs. Stage 2 Week 1 will begin tomorrow, with Philadelphia Fusion starting the day off against New York Excelsior. Then Boston Uprising go head-to-head with Atlanta Reign, and closing off the first day is Shanghai Dragons facing off against the Los Angeles Gladiators. Turning our attention to the Call of Duty World League, the second week of cross-division started yesterday, and the top predictions came into play with a lot of anticipation. In the first match of the day, Denial took on Gen G. All eyes, though, were on Gen G to try and take a clean sweep win. Denial took Game 1 in the set. After the loss, though, Gen G was able to bring the fight back and reverse swept them for a 3-1 victory. The momentum Gen G gained could be a huge factor in their performance over the next couple of days. In the next match, Midnight Esports took on Splice Gaming, and like every other team, they were looking for a win on the powerhouse and hoped to gain a spike of momentum for themselves. The results for this game were the same as the previous, but this time the victor was Splice Gaming. After dropping a game to Midnight, they were able to bounce back and take the entire set with another 3-1 victory. For the final game of the day, 100 Thieves looked to take the win from Team Reciprocity, though for 100 Thieves, the question is, will their roster remain intact? A win here would be quite helpful to boost their momentum as well. In the start of Game 1, 100 Thieves rushed out the gate in a dominant fashion, and unfortunately for Reciprocity, it didn't get better from there, as 100 Thieves was able to take all 3 games in a row without a single loss. This victory momentum is surely to bring some questions for those other teams for the rest of the week. Today, the Call of Duty scene returns with a full lineup of matches. Enigma 6 will take on Midnight, Denial Esports will face against Reciprocity, and Gen G return to take a chance against 100 Thieves. Finally, Optic Gaming will be closing out the day against Splice. The Rainbow Six Siege Pro League returned to North America this week with a lot of easy wins and a handful of ties going into the first match of the week. In the first match, Team Rogue took on Reciprocity, with both teams looking strong and ready to bring the fight. They both fought their hardest to tie up at 5-5 until Reciprocity was able to win and close out the series with a 7-5 lead, becoming the first win of the North American Games this week. In the second match of the day, Accelerate.gg went up against Dark Zero. With Accelerate looking to stock up a win into their pockets, they currently underestimated Dark Zero and were only able to take 3 games in the entire set. Dark Zero countered this and went for a full 7-game win. Now for the final match of the day, Rise Nation is set to take on Evil Geniuses. With both teams showing potential in who can take the set, neither one was able to back down from the other, and they just kept rolling back and forth, trading blows until, unfortunately for both, they ended up at a 6-6 tie for the entire series. Next week on April 8th, North America goes at it again, with Accelerate GG taking on Rise Nation to open the day, Rogue looking to bounce back against Space Station Gaming, and ending the day, Evil Geniuses taking on Dark Zero. These matches begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Turning our attention to PUBG, though, the PUBG European League is in full swing, with 16 teams competing for their share of $225,000. Starting at 11:30 a.m., there's set to be 5 matches per day, running from this Thursday until Sunday to close out Phase 1 of the PUBG European League. For those of you who missed the first 2 weeks, the format is simple. 5 games per day, 16 teams, 4 players each. The higher your team places by surviving, the more points your team gets, with chicken dinners getting you 10 points each. In addition, every kill your team gets is 1 more additional point, so not only do you have to survive, but you also have to kill your opponents to climb the standings. Taking a look at those, eyes should be on Finnish team ENCE for their domination, as they currently top the leaderboard with the most kills by a comfortable margin, and though Team Liquid and G2 Esports are hot on their heels in 2nd and 3rd place. My dark horse has got to be TSM, though, because they're currently placing 5th in total points. TSM are 3rd in kills, and just a few first or second round finishes could propel them to the top of the standings, assuming their kill-death ratio holds up. In the League of Legends world, Riot Games has sunset some of their smaller regional Rift Rivals tournaments, leaving only 2 of the tournaments from the lineup standing. Fans will get the chance to look forward to a Europe versus North America rematch and a Korea versus China, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan rematch. The Southeast Asia, Japan, and Oceania Cup has seen its last airing alongside Brazil versus LATAM and the Vietnam, CIS, and Turkey tournament. And of course, in other league news, we finally got a chance to get our eyes on the Invictus Gaming World Championship skins. Appearing on the PBE, the IG skins are a treat to look at. We've heard rumblings of which player wanted which skin, but now we finally have confirmation of this awesome black and white color palette and all of these skins. And I gotta say, I love the black wings aesthetic during these recalls. Expect these skins to be hitting the game sometime during the next patch cycle. Now that's it for today's coverage of the Daily HUD. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates in esports and gaming. I'm Dom, and on behalf of myself and the whole entire esports channel, we wish you a good night. GG.